In this life, it is always good to be very keen on what you are requesting or what you are asking for, because it might come to harm you as a person in the near future. Welcome back to Vanna Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. I think the African citizens, or the people of Africa, more so the citizens of each country, these people are tired of the leaders that normally makes a lot of noise. Sometimes they make a lot of noise during the campaign, when they approach the elections and all that, and sometimes they make empty promises. And even the citizens know very well that these are empty promises. But it comes a point or a time whereby sometimes they mess up, but sometimes they don't mess up. I'm talking about this simply because of the elections of South Africa. There was a time that Julius Malema, that is the party leader of EFF, said very well that he's not even, Julius Malema said that he's not desperate of becoming the South African president, and therefore he doesn't even need their vote. If they will vote up, if at all they will vote for him simply because they pity or they pity him, then he doesn't need their votes. And I think that is exactly what has happened. I want you to listen to the way Julius Malema was speaking back then, even when he was campaigning, even before the elections. Listen to him.
You will rather not vote for me. I am not desperate to become president of South Africa. I am desperate to unite the African continent. And if the unity of my people is going to cost me votes, you can take your votes. I don't want xenophobic votes. I don't want the votes of haters. Yeah, man. Monna baka motloya ka mokgomo ka monna a re kopane la tloya motho a reng a re kopane la re woke problem. We must hate those who divide us, not those who unite us. South Africa, you are not Europe of Africa. You are Africa.
And for you to know that internet, don't forget, these people came out today and voted for Ramaphosa instead of Julius Malema. Why? Because Julius Malema made it clear that I don't even need your votes. So it's like, okay, you want to be voted in, but you are telling the people that are supposed to vote for you that you don't need their votes. You are contradicting yourself. At one point you are campaigning, at one point you are saying that you don't need their votes. So that is why now they decided that, okay, you told us that you don't need our votes. Then it is good that now let us vote for another person. And they voted for Ramaphosa. That is the current president. And another thing, I remember when the Kenyans did the election, that is back in 2022, after the general election of the Republic of Kenya, there is a statement that the same Julius Malema made. And I think these are now, a lot of people are waiting for it. And they are waiting for him to make the same statement, the way he said while congratulating the president that is going to be elected of South Africa after the defeat. He said that Raila Odinga should accept defeat and should avoid this issue of making too much noise every now and then. We should accept defeat. Okay, we know very well that since when Raila Odinga has never accepted that he has been defeated. Truth be told, we are Kenyans. I'm not against Azimio la Umoja. I'm not against Raila Odinga. Don't take me wrong, but I'm just saying that Raila Odinga has never accepted that he has been defeated. All along we say that, okay, it's either the votes have been stolen, we see him going to court. All these things has been trending, has been his trend. After every election, there must be ups and downs. After this, there must be ups and downs. All that. So Julius Malema told Raila Odinga that he should accept defeat, and even congratulated the president elected then, that is William Samoei Ruto right now.
EFF applauds the people of Kenya for engaging in a peaceful election
which saw President William Ruto elected as the new president of Kenya. President Ruto must thus form part of the efforts of building an independent continent which is free from war and poverty. This morning, I spoke to President-elect William Ruto and congratulated him for winning the democratic elections in Kenya. We encouraged President Ruto to handle and preside over the transition with maximum care in a manner that must not degenerate into violent confrontations. We call on Mr. Raila Odinga to accept the election outcome and not form part of a tradition of causing instability and uncertainty on African governance. Mr. Odinga must humble himself and form part of government that will address the challenges confronting the people of Kenya and not allow history to remember him as an individual who was desperate for power at the cost of the progress of his nation.
But as the saying goes that karma is always at your doorpost. Karma, don't forget, and it always waits for you at your doorpost. So right now, everybody in Africa, every country in Africa, most of the people of Kenya, are really waiting for Julius Malema to make the same statement. So instead of using the word Raila, instead of saying that, I've seen some people saying that instead of now Julius Malema saying that Raila should accept defeat, he should make this statement by saying that, congratulations Ramaphosa, and I, Julius Malema, have accepted defeat, and I will not try anything bad to bring our country to a standstill simply because I don't accept defeat. But there is still hope. There is still hope. In as much as we are asking ourselves that, will he do that? There is still hope. The hope is here. Suppose Ramaphosa will win the election of South Africa as it stands right now, because the ANC is ahead. So in case Ramaphosa will win the election of South Africa to become the president elected, he will be forced to appoint deputy president. He has got no chance. It will force him to appoint the deputy president, because the way we see it in Kenya, that when the president is vying, he must have the deputy president, so that when he wins, the deputy also joins him. That is not something that is happening in South Africa. So what is happening in South Africa is this. Right now, if the way Ramaphosa is going to win the election, I'm not of Ramaphosa, but I'm just giving an example. I want us to understand each other. When Ramaphosa will win the election, what will happen is this. He will either pick Julius Malema to become his deputy president, or he will pick Jacob Zuma to be his deputy president, or he will pick John Steenhuisen. So he can either pick John Steenhuisen, either Jacob Zuma, or Julius Malema. So in other way, in all these ways, I think Malema still has got a chance to become the deputy president. But another question is, if Ramaphosa picks Julius Malema to be his deputy, will South Africa have a strong opposition the way it has been having since then? Because we know very well that once Julius Malema will be in the government, there will be no one to oppose. Like right now, the moment Raila, let us take for example, the moment Raila Odinga had a handshake with the Uhuru Kenyatta back then, when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, there was no opposition and everything was moving on. So there was no one to correct the government when they were doing something wrong. I take a look at it right now. Since Raila Odinga shook hands and started being in good terms with William Ruto, Raila has never talked about anything wrong that the government is doing. So it means that in every country, there must be the government and there must also be a strong opposition. So if Julius Malema will be picked as the deputy to deputize Ramaphosa, then opposition in South Africa will have no one strong to oppose anything that the government is doing wrong. I don't know what you think, but that is just my thought. I think Julius Malema and Raila Odinga, they fall under the same category of losers, because however much they try, they still lose. Please, the people of Baba, the people of Raila Amolo Odinga, don't attack me. I know you are always ready to attack. Please don't attack me at the comment section. But it is also good to hear your comment at the comment section. My question is, will Julius Malema accept that he has been defeated and come out publicly to congratulate Ramaphosa? And if he comes out to congratulate Ramaphosa, will Ramaphosa be in a position to appoint him to become his deputy? Because Ramaphosa has got no other option other than to choose one amongst the 3 people that was vying with him for the president of South Africa. May I hear your comment in the comment section? And just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget to tell me where you're watching us from. If you're watching us from within the country, it is good to tell me which country you're watching us from. And if you're watching us from outside the country, it is also good to tell me which country you're watching us from. And also tell me the way these videos are reaching and what we're supposed to do as Havana Media so that these videos can reach you in a better and a good way. And until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface. Bye-bye.